Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. My meeting got canceled, so here I am.
Welcome. Okay, Anne's daughter's visiting, so she's going to do it this afternoon. And Mark, I don't know. I haven't heard from him. So let's go.
I'm not sure why my camera is off. I'm going to reboot, so I'll catch up.
Okay. Okay, let's come all the way to the back of the mat. Take a nice big deep breath. Really reach the arms long. Hold it here and just breathe. Really try to fill your lungs with as much air as you can on each of these breaths. Get that nice, relaxed feeling after class. If you take in lots of oxygen while you do the class. Okay, let's bring those elbows down to the side of the body and then try to pull your palms backwards. And now reach them long again. Take your gaze, look up, spread your fingers wide. Try to move the hands further back. And then bring them back by your side. And really try to pull those hands as far backwards as you can. So you feel a nice pinch across the upper back. Now one more time, reach. Now we're going to bring the arms down till they're parallel to the floor. Your palms are going to face the floor. Now flip them and then close them to the floor again. And just keep going between the two. Once you've done these a few times, do as much rotation as you can get out of them. Sorry, I'm just going to throw a little spray on here. Okay, now hold the palms up and take your hands and see if you can open them, open the chest a little more by pulling the arms backwards. And then relax the arms. Little side body stretch here. So let that hip go right, let the arm go left. And then other side. Other side. Nice. Just go between the two. Nice and fluid. Okay, now make a fist, thumbs up, pull the elbows back as far as you can. And then serve out that platter, you connect your forearms. This actually opens up part of your upper back. Probably feel it close to your armpits. Back here pulling the back of the shoulder. And one last time, hold it back here. Now give me a half pull. Oh my God, the back of my legs are so sore from Tuesday's class. It's incredible. Keep your elbows high and your tummy in. Okay, now release the hands. Let your head go so you're just looking through your knees. Pull as close to the thighs as you can. Just hang out and breathe. We're getting good blood flow to our face right now. Let your head relax, just dangle where it wants to. And if you can, you're in a straight leg. So here, try to unweight the upper body. Maybe fold the arms. That usually helps. A little more release through that lower back. Okay, let's put the fingertips on the floor. Come into that little squat. So just drop your booty. And then go back to a straight leg. And then drop it. Take your gaze towards the front of the mat when you're in your squat. Now see if you can drift your hips backwards a little bit. So we've got all the weight in the heels. And now fold again. Let's do that again. Drop that booty. Drift your butt backwards. Try to get that booty a little bit lower. Toes are off the floor. And now fold again. Lots of burning. Probably going on in the front part of the legs. When you squat like that. Let's just do it one more time. Just for shits and giggles. Okay, now lift the arms up off the floor. They're parallel to the floor. Booty is low. Put the hands back down, walk out plank. Good morning. Whew. Okay, down dog. Let's warm up our calves. So start pedaling your feet. Make sure you can see your arms through your peripheral vision. And pull too far through them. Hold one side down. Now the other foot, lift it up and circle at the ankle. And now change directions. And now point and flex. And now switch sides. Okay, back to pedaling the feet. Pull forward to plank and lower the knees to the floor. Open them up wide. And you're going to drive the hips all the way back into a child's pose. Relax your upper body so the armpits try to get a little closer to the floor so you get a good lat stretch. Open up the palms to the corners of your mat so they're wide. Your head is just looking down at the floor. Big, deep breathing. Okay, come back up onto all fours. Bring your knees in so they're hip width apart. You're going to round your back. Drift the hips backward a little bit and just hold this. So you have micro bends in the elbows. You're pressing away from the floor. Try to open up the shoulder blades. Now sink into those shoulders. Big arch in the back. Take your gaze forward. Hold that with your belly in, of course. And let's round again. Drift those hips backwards, maybe even more this time. Working your six-pack muscle to do so. Come forward, sink into those shoulders, look forward. Nice. Now, bring your hands maybe back in your high plank. Straighten out the legs. We're going to do a little hover and come right to up dog. Just hold this with your glutes as tight as you can. You're just looking maybe 3 feet, 4 feet off the front of the mat. Now hollow out your belly while you do this. But really the most important thing is that your glutes are engaged. Little work for the upper body, the arms, just holding this. If you can, come off your knees, you're on the tops of your feet. Okay, knees back down, tuck those toes under. We're going to bring the hips all the way back, nice and slow. They're going to hover just above the heels. You're going to keep your hands where they were. You're going to open up the right palm to face the ceiling and lift that hand off the floor just a couple of inches. Now, ideally, the arm is very long here with your shoulder retracted. Close it and relax. Left palm open, lift it and reach while you pull the shoulder back. Close it, relax, switch sides. And one more time on the other side. Nice. Come back up onto all fours. Come off the knees. Just hold it for just a few breaths. Now walk your hands back towards your feet. You're right back in your fold. Relax the head, fold the arms. Lots of deep breaths. So you probably notice that you're able to pull a little closer to the legs second time around. Bringing length to the back of the upper legs. So try to keep them straight if you can. And just breathe. Okay, let's take the hands above the knees. You're going to come all the way back up to standing. And we're going to turn and face the right side of our room and take your legs nice and wide. So ideally, we want to have both feet in the same line. So like make sure your toes are lined up, but keep walking your feet out. So they're pretty wide. You might be on the verge of maybe feeling a little unstable, but we want to bring lots of range to this. So you see I'm starting to pull forward with my spine long, and I'm going really slowly. Once I get halfway down, I want you to just hold it here for a sec. Now you've got your hands on your thighs. Your neck is long, so it's important here not to drop the face. Pull in that stomach. Now bring it back up, torso nice and long. Right where we started, and now pull down again, really slowly. Drift your hips backwards. You want to put all the weight into the heels. Now we're going to keep going beyond parallel to the floor until we've got our fingertips down. Once our fingertips are down, drift back those hips even more if you can. Of course, we don't want to tumble backwards, but you want to try as best as you can to move the hips back. Now hold this position, but I want you to just lift your left hip. It's almost isometric, so you probably can't see it, but lift that left hip up and feel what happens to that right inner thigh. You're getting lots of length in there. Just hold it. And now square those hips out. Make sure you're staying backwards with the hips. Now lift the right hip so you're releasing your left inner thigh. Okay, come back square with the hips. You've got equal weight in both feet. You're going to pull down. Let your head dangle. Unweight your upper body here. Try to keep your legs straight if you can. Now we're going to walk our hands over to the left foot. Both hands on your left foot. Take your face and look at your knee. Walk your hands back center, and let's do the same thing opposite side. Bring your hands back center. We're going to inhale and extend to a flat back, just like we do in our sun salutation. Now drift your hips backwards and take your hands forward. Walk them out farther. So you got a little tug of war going on here. Hands pushing forward, armpits pushing backward, booty pushing back. Nice. Now bring the hands back center. We're going to take one hand at a time up to our hips. Now what you need to engage here are your six-pack muscles. They're the ones that are helping you hold the torso parallel to the floor. Drift the weight back, bring the left arm forward, and then the right. Both hands back to the hips. Come back up to standing. We're gonna walk our feet together, turn and face forward. Hello. Keep your hands on your waist. We're gonna lift the left foot up. Nice. Now switch. Right foot up. And back to the left. So adding on here, you're going to grab hold of the foot with your hand and sweep this right arm up. And either you stay here or you go to dancer where you hinge through that right hip and you pull the torso down until you're parallel to the floor. Once you're there, slowly start to come back up. We're going to bring the right hand back to our hip, lift that knee up again, right back where we started, and switch sides. Right knee up, take hold of the foot, bring this left arm up, nice and long and straight. And now start to hinge through the left hip if you can. Otherwise, you're just holding. Whoops. Speak of the devil. And slowly come back up. Oops. Not what I had in mind. Big deep breath. Now, open up the feet to the width of the mat. Hip hinge, get your butt back so you feel the tummy having to take hold in order to stabilize your pelvis area. Just hold. Keep the arms up. Your arms are straight and you're trying to broaden through the shoulders. If you look at me from the side, you can see I'm hip hinging. So my butt is backwards and my stomach is in. Hold that. And now pull all the way down. Keep those legs straight. With your legs straight, take baby steps with your hands till they're all the way towards the front of your mat. And hold this wide plank with your legs. Now lift that left foot up off the floor. And then do the same with the right. And put them both down. And pull through to a down dog with your feet nice and wide. Nice. Bring your feet all the way together. Meet me in your high plank. Lower the knees just above the floor. This is a little release for the pad of the feet. Now straighten the legs, push your heels backwards. And lower those knees again. Squeeze them together so you're also working the inner thighs. And lift. And one more. And lower those knees to the floor. I want you to come onto the tops of your feet and sit all the way back on your heels. You can relax the forehead to the floor. Or just hold it up and work those neck muscles. You got choices. But more importantly, breathe here. Big breaths, 5 of them. Okay, walk your forearms to the front. Come into a low plank off the knees. Just hold and breathe with your head up. Now let's put the knees down and keep the knees together. Kind of squeeze them together. Now take your forearms and walk them forward so your elbows are in front of the shoulders. Now isometrically pull the elbows towards the knees while you squeeze your knees. Walk the elbows back so they're under the shoulders, come off the knees. Your feet are still together. Come up onto the hands so you're in your high plank. And meet me in your down dog. We're going to lift the left leg. Keep your hips even. And switch to the other foot. Lift it up. Keep the leg really long here. Put it down. Hold your high plank here. Now, from this position, we're going to come right into a pigeon stretch. We're going to start with the left leg this time. Move it up behind the right hand, and then slowly lower as you slide that back leg back. So find a happy place. Maybe your forehead's down, maybe not. But just breathe. Okay, let's take it back up to that high plank. And we're going to switch legs. So your right foot behind the left hand. Come on down nice and slow. It should be a very gradual transition. Okay, time to wake up, come back up, maybe in your plank. Try to have the shoulders over your wrists and your face just looking in front of the mat. Now, pull through to your down dog, lift the left leg up. This time you're going to open the head. The left hip towards the ceiling, leg nice and high. And then try to equally weight both your arms. Lift and lower on that one foot. Do the same on the opposite side. Right leg up, hip high, up and down on the left leg. Nice job. Put that foot down, maybe back in your high plank. We're going to bring the left foot forward, stay in a low lunge. Fingertips only on the floor, so we're putting a lot of weight into the left leg. Just hold this low lunge. And if you can, you're going to take your arms behind your back, just clasp the fingers or hold onto your hands however you wish, and just hold this pose with your spine long. Now let's get nice and high on the toes on the back foot. Keep your neck long, just breathe. Okay, toes back, fingertips back to the floor, keep holding. Now, I want you to simultaneously, you're going to step your back foot in until you get your heel on the floor and you're going to straighten your front leg. So basically from this pose, we're going to meet pyramid stretch. Step it in, straighten the front leg. Hold over your front leg. Boy, I'm so tight. It's unbelievable from that Tuesday. I don't know if you were, Val, but oh my goodness, the backs of my legs. Whew. Okay, now we're gonna come back to our low lunge. So you're gonna bend your front leg, step your other foot back. You're right back in this low lunge with your hands behind your back and your spine long. Now bring your shoulders over your hips. Keep your front leg bent. So if I look down, I've got my knee right over my ankle. Arms out to the side. Palms face the earth. Move the hands backwards. Lift and make a proud chest. I would like you to feel a nice little tug right in this right hip flexor. So shoulders stack over the hips. Maybe you drift back just a little. But keep the glute, that right glute, keep it really tight. Now flip the palms to face the ceiling and bring the arms up. Nice. Hold and breathe. Take your gaze, look up. Now come all the way back down. You're going to step back, meet me in your plank. Just hold it here for a sec. And right to your down dog. See if you can drive both heels towards the floor. Legs are straight. Make sure you're looking at those side arms. Nice. Now let's take the right foot, step it up between the hands, fingertips only, knee over ankle. Your butt's down. So I want you to think about weighting this right leg. Put as much weight into it as you can. To help you accomplish that is to be really high on the toes on the back foot. Now lift up the torso a little bit, take those hands behind you, get your spine nice and long and just pull. Your knee is in the same spot. Okay, bring the hands out in front. You're gonna step your back foot in, meet me in pigeon, fold over your front leg. I mean, not pigeon, I'm sorry, pyramid stretch. So in pyramid, we like to keep both of our heels down with our legs straight. Your hips are square. Unweight your body over that leg. Once you've done that, just breathe 5 times. Okay, back to your fingertips on the floor. Step that back foot back, bend that front leg. Sweep your arms up, shoulders over hips. Arms are nice and long. Keep the bend in the front leg. Try to move the hands back. And you're pulling those shoulders apart from one another. Big stretch for this left hip flexor. Get high on the toes on the back foot. Lift the palms, reach for the ceiling. Now come all the way back down. Step back, meet me in your plank. Okay, let's put the right knee down on the floor and kickstand that right foot. Right hand to the middle of the mat. Open your chest to face the left side of your room. Left hand on your hip to start. And if you can, reach it up. So ideally, both of your arms are in the same line. Now, if you can, let's lift this back leg and reach it long. Now take that left hand, bend the arm, fingers right by your ear. You're going to bring this left knee forward. Keep it up, bring it forward till your elbow and knee can touch. And then lift that elbow up and take the leg back. And let's try that again. Bring the knee in, elbow to knee. And extend out nice and long. And one last. And come on down. And we're gonna switch sides. Left hand to the middle, left knee to the middle, kickstand the left foot, open to the right. Lift up, back leg up. Take your right hand to your right ear. Bring this knee forward. Elbow and knee touch and extend. And again. Out. And one last. And one last. Let's do a few cat-cows just to kind of recenter ourselves. Use our hip width. Round your back. Chest comes forward, look up. One more time. Round your knees. And maybe in your bear pose. Hold it just a few breaths. Come right into a small down dog with both your heels down, legs straight. High on the toes, walk the feet forward. Inhale, extend, flat back. Unhinge, sweep and lift. Come all the way up with the arms. Hands to heart. You're going to step your right foot back at a 45-degree angle. Take a look at both your feet. And let's get the chest facing forward. Give me a little hold here. So right now, probably feeling this a little bit in the glute and back of the upper leg. Now to add on, you're going to take your left hand down by the instep of your front foot, or you can hold it on your shin, whatever you prefer. Right hand to your waist. Open the body to face the right side of your room. Both of your legs are straight. Now try to keep your torso in line with your front leg. So push it back and move forward. Sweep this right arm up. And if you can, you're going to turn and look up at your head. If that's too much for your neck, just look at the side of the room. Okay, let's slowly bring this right hand down. Bend your front knee just so you can get both of your fingertips down on the floor in front of that left foot. Once you're there, see if you can straighten the front leg and look at that left knee. Bend your front leg, palms down, step back, climb. Bring your right foot forward, turn your left foot on an angle, straighten your front leg. Now from this position, with a very tight core, you're going to take your arms out to the side and come all the way up. Nice. Flip the palms, sweep up, open to the side. Little triangle pose. Take that right hand down. You're coming into this a little different than the first side. Hold and breathe. Nice job. Let this left hand come down. Bend your front leg. Fingertips on the floor. Okay, palms down, step back, plank. So here we're going to do a little hover and go right to up dog. Hips up and back, down dog. Pull forward to plank. Do a little hover. Right to your up dog. Hips up and back, down dog. And just one more. Forward and hover. Up dog and down dog. There we go. We did it. Okay, you're here 5 big breaths. Sort of close your eyes and get lost. Easiest way to release your mind of all thoughts is to focus on your breath. Come back to plank. Put your knees down. Kick your feet out to the side. Have a seat on your butt. You're coming right into a bridge. So feet very close to your rear end. Bridge it up. Squeeze your glutes. Just hold a basic bridge here. Feet are hip width apart. Now, while you're holding this, I want you to actively press your tummy down. Don't just let it be where it wants to be. Push it down. Now you're going to take this right leg, lift it up, get it straight. So both your thighs are right beside each other. If you don't need your arms to help you balance, lift them up, palms face the midline of the body. Wrists over shoulder. Just hold and breathe. Now you're going to take this right foot, rest it on your left thigh, and try to open that right knee down towards the earth. The hips nice and engaged. That means your glutes are firing on both sides. Take that leg out, thighs together, squeeze the knees, touch them, squeeze them. Activating your inner thigh, especially on that left leg. Okay, put the right foot down. Hold your normal bridge with your feet hip width apart. Press the belly down, extend the left leg out. Let's do it. Get it nice and straight, thighs at the same height. Now we're going to take this left foot, sit it on top of the thigh with it flexed, and then open that left knee forward and down. Bring the leg back out. Put that foot on the floor. Now in slow motion, 1 vertebrae at a time, we're going to slowly lower down. Nice job. Extend the legs all the way down along the floor. And let's open the arms wide. Your hands are wide. Take them back behind you. Spread your fingers wide. Make your arms long. And now press your belly down. Nice. Bring the arms in. Hands over heart. Lift your head up and keep pressing the belly down. Shoulder blades are going to lift up. See if you can, from this position, exhaling out your air, roll yourself up with your hands at your heart. So inhale big. As you exhale, roll up nice and slowly. Now spread your feet to the corners of the mat, round your back, and fold down towards the floor. Just gonna let your head dangle. Maybe the forearms are touching the floor, maybe they're not. There's never a perfect way. It's just a way to make you feel better. Have more function in your everyday life. So this is a feel-good moment. Enjoy it. Okay, come on back up. Keep the legs long. I'm just going to have you slowly come down onto your elbows. Now you're going to bring the feet hip width apart and slowly lift the right leg. while you press your tummy down. And then lower it. It's working the hip flexor in the front. It's probably where you're feeling it, but I want you to also be working your belly. Switch legs. Come up. And while you're moving the leg up and down, I want you to push the heel away from you. Keep the belly pressing down. We're going to do this one more time on each side. Nice. Last one. All the way down, slowly. Now, keep the belly down. Slide your heels towards you. Let the knees come towards your face. Suck in the belly. Take the legs back out. This time they're going to be parallel to the floor. Keep your belly in and bring the knees back in. It's a fairly advanced six-pack if you're connecting and keeping the belly down. Nice. You can see it. You got one job while you do this. Let's do two more. These are so awesome. There you go now. Legs all the way up and roll down. Relax your head now. Roll it side to side. Keep your legs up. Okay, now open the legs as wide as you can get them with them straight. And just hang out while you breathe. Now take your hands, bring them inside the legs, move them out and come off the shoulder blades. So you're reaching your hands forward, you tucked your chin, but you're still pushing your stomach down. Try to get the shoulder blades up while you breathe here. Add a little pulse. Give me an inch in and out. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2. Legs back up, head back down. This time we're going to close the knees, push them into each other, pull them in towards the chest. And why not just add a little gentle rock side to side? Very small. Now let's turn that into a little circle and change the direction. Nice. Now rock and roll back up. Extend your legs all the way out. Open them up. Bring that right foot inside. Rock it all the way back down. I don't know where the time goes. It goes too fast. Okay, come back up. Now I'm going to have you take your right hand to the outside of the shin. Take your left hand behind your hip and give me a little rotation while you press this right knee towards the floor. So your spine is long. You have a proud chest. You've added a little upper body rotation. Nice. Now slowly come back. We're going to do the other leg. Walk it down. This is you hanging out in your happy place, wherever it feels good. Okay, walk it back up. So you're sitting up really tall. Take your left hand to the outside. Take your right hand behind your hip. Rotate your upper body. Press this left knee down towards the floor. You can turn and look over that right shoulder. Or just to the side of the room. Okay, slowly bring it back. Let's take our legs nice and wide for one final stretch here on the floor. Sit up nice and long and tall. Legs are straight. Feet are flexed. Spine is long. Walk it forward. When you can't walk anymore forward with a long spine, you round and relax the head. Keep those feet flexed. So it's never about forcing or pushing or trying to get lower. It's just about feeling good and connected to the stretch. Now let's walk it back up slowly. That felt so good. Bring those feet together. Shake out your legs. Come up onto your toes. We're going to hang out on our toes just for a sec. Try to get as high on the toes as you can. So feel that nice stretch. Nice. Now take it to a full fold. Look through your knees. So much better than when we first started. I hope you feel fabulous. Breathe here a few times. Let's get some blood flow to your face. Okay, hands above the knees. Lift your torso slowly. Come back up to standing. Nice. Take a big deep breath. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Namaste. Thank you for getting it done.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
That was good. Thank you.
Did you go to pick